disturbing school announcement your school has ever made. I was in the middle of texting my friends the road work ahead vine during math class when the principal coughed over the school intercom, the telltale sign that he was about to make an announcement. Attention all students and staff. No one is to leave their classrooms. Everyone must remain seated until further notice. This is for your safety as much as ours. Usually no one gave an F what the teacher said, but now it was so quiet that you could hear a pin drop. Even Mrs. Peterson stopped writing on the board mid-sentence. We heard ambulances outside and she told us to sit in our seats. We were all glancing at each other around the room, wide-eyed and curious. Nobody said anything, but we were all thinking the same thing. One of the teachers had died. The red and blue lights flashed across the walls, and we heard screams from the other grades echoing throughout the building. Mrs. Peterson told us that it wasn't a big deal, and we should all be focusing on our studies. But she could barely get the words out from how hard she was hyperventilating. So much so that she didn't even care as we all started to take our phones out and text our theories into the Snapchat group chat about what was going down. Then we heard it, footsteps running past our door, heavy ones, multiple sets. I couldn't help myself. I had to look. I crept to the door and peeked through the window. Two paramedics were sprinting down the hall pushing a wheeled stretcher, the kind you see on medical shows when someone's heart stops. "Get away from the door, Eve," Mrs. Peterson whispered, voice shaking. She was scared too. I sat down and immediately texted everyone what I had seen. Suddenly people's bitmojis were popping up faster than a whack-a-mole game. Maybe someone finally took out Mr. Jordan, the creepy history teacher. Nah, someone definitely just had an allergic reaction. Peanut allergies go crazy. Another one said that maybe someone had taken too much Fent. Mrs. Peterson tried to continue the lesson. Something about the Revolutionary War, but nobody was listening. How could we care about some battle from 200 years ago when someone might be dying down the hall right now? Finally, there was a knock at the door. It was the principal, standing beside a police officer. "Eve O'Brien," the principal announced. My heart dropped. That was me. "Can you come with us, please? Bring your things." I silently got up and followed, not knowing what the F was going on. In the hallway, I could see the paramedics near the gym. One was sitting on the floor filling out paperwork. The stretcher was off to the side. When they brought me into the office, I was faced with my parents sitting on the wooden chairs. Well, my parents are divorced and I hadn't seen them sit in the same room since I was 7, so now I was really confused. Suddenly, my mom stood up and lunged at me for a hug. "I'm so sorry," she repeated over and over. I pushed her off of me. "Guys, it's okay. I mean, the teacher dying is sad for all of us, but..." I was then interrupted by the sound of my father, the epitome of macho and stoic, bursting into tears. "Honey, it wasn't a teacher," is the only sentence he managed to get out. "She told me my boyfriend Alvin had died." I pushed her off of me. "What kind of effing sick joke is this? I just saw him last night." Anger boiled my blood. I knew my parents were messy, but I didn't think they were monsters. Neither of them said anything in response, but their eyes were filled with a deep sense of pity. My dad was the one to break the silence. "Honey, his dad called him down to have breakfast with his family, and when he didn't come down, they went to his bedroom and he wasn't there. So they walked up to his attic and the door wouldn't open. Turns out it was stuck on his body. He had committed rope." He then burst into tears again. I grabbed my VP from my pocket, not even caring that the principal was standing right there. I told them they were lying, that I had seen the stretcher and the screams. Turns out they were going to call me into the office on the intercom, but suddenly the janitor fell and broke his hip, so saving him was first priority. I looked back at my mom and saw her entire body trembling like I'd never seen before. I stuffed my mouth with the sleeve of my hoodie and screamed as hard as I could. My knees